Heal arthritis naturally for a pain-free life. Chapter 1. 1.1. Is arthritis really incurable?
When people first hear the word arthritis, it often feels like a life sentence. Doctors usually explain that it is a chronic condition, something you'll have to live with for the rest of your life. Naturally, this creates the impression that arthritis is untreatable. But is that really the whole truth? Modern research and the lived experience of many people shows that arthritis can not only be managed, but in some cases, it can be fully reversed.
Why so many believe arthritis can't be cured?
Traditional medicine describes arthritis as a progressive disease that gradually damages the joints. Doctors often point out that once cartilage is destroyed, it's difficult to restore. And while it is true that advanced damage may be hard to reverse, science has also shown that healing, even regeneration, is possible. This is why physicians tend to speak less about curing arthritis and more about managing it. But it's important to distinguish between two very different things. Irreversible changes, for example, severe joint deformities, which are indeed difficult to repair. Inflammation and disease activity, which can be stopped and sometimes eliminated altogether. In other words, the idea of incurability usually applies to the most advanced stages, not to the disease itself.
A modern understanding of arthritis.
Today, doctors and researchers increasingly recognize that arthritis is not a fixed condition, but a dynamic state. It can progress, pause, or even retreat. This is where the concept of remission comes in, a stage where symptoms completely disappear, test results return to normal, and life is free from pain or restriction. In the past, remission was considered rare. Now we know that many people live for decades without symptoms, and some remain in remission for so long that it looks and feels like a cure.
The body's incredible healing power.
Another essential truth is that the human body is built with extraordinary self-healing abilities. Joints can regenerate, even if slowly. The immune system can reset. Inflammation can subside. In some people, these natural processes go so deep that the disease simply vanishes.
What opens the door to healing?
Recovery from arthritis depends on several factors working together. Early diagnosis. The sooner the disease is identified, the easier it is to stop. Active treatment, making use of the best medical options available. Personal involvement, being willing to address diet, stress, emotions, and lifestyle. The body's own resilience, each person's unique ability to regenerate and adapt. When these factors combine, the result can be more than symptom relief. It can mean complete recovery.
Why doctors prefer the term remission?
Mainstream medicine tends to use the word remission rather than cure, and for good reason. Symptoms can return even after many years. There is no one-size-fits-all treatment that works for everyone. Scientifically, it is difficult to prove that a disease has disappeared forever. But this caution doesn't mean healing never happens. In reality, many people do recover fully, sometimes, for the rest of their lives.
Real examples of healing.
Across the world, stories of people overcoming arthritis continue to appear. Here are just a few. A 42-year-old woman with rheumatoid arthritis developed the condition after childbirth. She suffered from severe pain and stiffness, but after a holistic treatment plan and emotional work, her symptoms disappeared. Over 10 years later, her tests remain normal and her joints healthy. A 55-year-old man with gout endured frequent attacks for years. After adjusting his treatment and keeping uric acid levels stable, the disease disappeared. He has been attack-free for 8 years with no joint damage. A 28-year-old woman with psoriatic arthritis fell ill during a period of intense stress. With the help of biologic treatments and meditation, her inflammation vanished. 6 years later, she remains completely symptom-free, with no trace of disease activity. A 60-year-old man with knee osteoarthritis was diagnosed early and began a comprehensive approach involving exercise therapy, physiotherapy, and local treatments. The progression was stopped. Today, he is pain-free and moves without limitations.
Final thoughts.
Arthritis is not a life sentence. Yes, it can take severe forms and reach difficult stages. But countless real-life stories show that people can fully recover and return to active, fulfilling lives. Modern medicine, the body's natural capacity to heal, and the experience of those who have walked this path all confirm one powerful truth: arthritis can be healed, and every new story of recovery is proof. For those who prefer a book version rather than video content, a great resource is the book Heal Arthritis Naturally for a Pain-Free Life. It's a full guide with real-life recovery examples, and it's available now on Amazon. The link is in the description below. That's all for this video. More arthritis healing tips and insights are on the way, so stay with us. Don't forget to explore the Arthritis Healing playlist linked in the description below, along with other helpful resources. Keep moving, keep smiling, and keep learning. We'll be here next time.